Hi, my name is Shadee Livingston, and I live currently in Charlotte. Just recently moved from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, my name is Myles Murrell. I'm from Decatur, Georgia. Worked at Bears 2000 on cancer.
How you doing? My name is Yago. I'm from Orlando, and I'm the proud father of this young man right here.
I had to be about maybe in my 8th month of pregnancy. I was getting tests. When you get to a certain month in your pregnancy, you start going to the doctors every week. So when I was in my 8th month of pregnancy, that's when they told me they started seeing abnormalities. They were saying stuff like one side had of the gray had more clear than the other. They was like the other side was normal, like an 8 or 9, but the other side was like a 14. So I was like, well, what does that mean? And then it's like it could mean a number of things. They didn't know for sure. They would have to do one of those, I think it's called amniocentesis, where they stick a needle in, pull the fluid, and they do testing, but it could be harmful for the baby. So I was like, absolutely not. By that time, I was so far along. So I just started praying, like, what's going on? What's going to happen? So finally, when I had him, he was fine. They took him upstairs, they did testing, and they said that everything was fine. So very healthy, very healthy. As I saw, he was lifting up his head. And then we went to the doctors for him to get immunizations. And once he went to the doctor to get immunizations, I just noticed a change in my son. He wasn't as playful and as happy. It was more so he was really like quiet and more withdrawn. And so we started trying to get testing them, but you really couldn't. They didn't know anything. They couldn't tell anything until he got older. Everything was looking normal. So we really didn't get him tested till he was maybe 2.5 years old. And at that point, he wasn't really speaking good. He wasn't able to really articulate, making different sounds and stuff like that he wasn't doing. So we took him to the hospital. We started getting tests done. And then as we were getting tests done, that's when they were saying, they gave him diagnosis of having autism. So the way the doctor said it, it was so casually. I thought it was just something that we can get him a pill for and we'd be able to take care of it. That was not the case. So when he started explaining to me what autism was, I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Like, how am I going to handle this situation? He'll be different, but we don't know how different. We just would have to wait and see it. Like, so it was always a wait and see, wait and see. When he got to the age of them saying that he had autism, but we didn't know what spectrum he was going to be on, I started taking him to different doctors. And he started working on motor skills. He started working on his speech. We started doing everything that we could do, to try to get him like to speak.
I mean, when he was younger, he used to have little outbursts and stuff like that. I don't know. Once he got to like middle school, all of that stuff started to calm down. And if I had to be honest, like Miles is he was a great kid. He was a great young man. Never really had no challenges out of him, to be honest with you. I mean, if I tried to come up with something, I'd be lying.
And more of the challenges was more so when he was younger. Like Yago said, pretty much once he got to middle school, he started to understand more. We started doing things. We were traveling more. So I think he kind of started getting a grasp of everything as he was getting older. But the challenges that he used to have in school, like, if he had anything with older kids or anything like that, we made sure it was addressed and, taken care of. But he was such a good kid. Like, everybody loved him. Like, that's all the teachers would ever say. Everybody loved Miles, even the kids in school. So it's been good for us. We definitely have been blessed. We just happy where he is. We're happy with his progress. Like he said, he has us, so there's no failure with us. We did have some challenges in certain schools, but we would have to ask them to remove him from a school to go to another school, and they accommodated us with that. So we could make sure that he got the best quality care and education that he needed. So we was always an advocate for him. I always went to the school, always talked to the teachers. So I wanted them to know that this was a child that was loved and that we wanted to make sure that everything we could do in our power to make sure that he was a success in school, that we were going to do. Oh, we've had great successes with him graduating high school, with him getting a diploma, Unfortunately, when he graduated, it was COVID. So he didn't get a chance to go to his prom or anything like that. But he did have a little dance for him, and we did a little dinner for him. But look at him. Look at he's talking. He's driving. He has a job. He goes to work every day. He's self-sufficient. So yeah, we definitely come a long way, and there's definitely a long way for us to go too.
Yeah, we just supported him a lot of things that he accomplished. You know, that was just determination of his part. You know, we just kind of supported the idea. Sometimes kind of blowed him off a little bit, like, if you need to be getting no driver's license, but we got him. Then he starts squealing by the car. car. It's like, but at that point, once he got the driver's license, I was like, you know, he might as well go all the way in. So, you know, he accomplished a lot of that stuff on his own, with his own determination and, you know, his mindset. We just, as parents, just support the things that he want to try to do and accomplish, and that he definitely put in all the work. Just definitely the patience is just the virtue of the autistic kid, because it's just they're not gonna move and adjust the way you want them to. So you got to be patient and let them adjust the way that they have to in their own time and fashion. Yeah, just patience.
He's very self-sufficient, and that's what we wanted to make sure that, you know, he know how to cook, he know how to wash his own clothes, he knows how to shop. Like, he can have an everyday life, like whether you're here or not. So that's what's more important to me, is to make sure that he's able to function as an adult with us not being here.
My mom and my dad showed me how to pay bills as soon as I get my own place to stay. I like to grocery shopping for my own, because I like to buy food and snacks, and I go to restaurant and look at menus and while I walk for food for restaurant. And I like to go to mall and shopping and buy them clothes and shoes and colognes and soaps and body wash and all that.